So Scott, I keep thinking, why has no one tackled this? Why has no one ever created a global telco? I mean, it makes sense. We have PayPal, we have Airbnb.
Yeah.
They've tackled global problems
Yeah.
and used tech to solve them. Why not a $1.85 trillion industry?
I personally believe two reasons. One is they're quite happy with the country they own. For example, you've got your top ones, twos or threes in every country, and they have that market share and they know what they're doing in that country, whereas the globe is quite complicated because you have to aggregate and do contracts, etc. around the world. The second one is that most telecommunication companies are already branded in those countries. So then they're going to go out and rebrand to the world and say, look at us. The exciting part about Zapme is we're starting from scratch, so we can get one customer at a time and become that brand, the telecommunication brand, the global telecommunication brand. And by having that luxury of being new, we can scale fast because, let's face it, everyone knows someone. If I sell a number to an American, they probably know someone in Argentina or are going to Argentina and they can buy some data there. So by selling a brand, and again going back to that whole Zapme later, they will start to say that out there in the world. And then that will then trickle, it'll have a trickle effect. So we have the luxury of doing that. Whereas I think the telecommunication companies right now are pretty much cemented in the areas they are.
It's kind of like, the way that I see it is, it's kind of like, we're doing good, we're doing great, why do we need to change or adapt or even consider this? And this is what it looks like. It looks like a traditional model that has not been challenged.
Yes.
And they haven't wanted to challenge it because obviously that requires investment and new infrastructure and potentially legacy systems that simply cannot be changed.
Yeah.
So that's what you're saying, you're new, you're fresh, you're seeing it from a different lens.
Yeah, and we're also very different, and our target market is different as well. We're not sitting here today to say, hey, change from the current telecommunications company you have to Zapme. We're not saying that. What we're saying is there is a reason for you to have a Zapme number, and that's in the personal, business and travel world. For example, teachers. They don't want to give their primary number out to mums and dads, so they can have a Zapme number. People who have a second business, a market store, a website, they can give that number instead of their primary number. A big market is dating apps, women in safety. Why would you give your primary number out to someone you don't know? Get a Zapme number, second. So our goal is not to disrupt the telecommunications companies that are in each country. We're quite happy to be on the lower level around the world, but we want to sell to everyone. We want them to have a second number. We want them to have a number for that reason, whether it's a market or a dating app or a business, it doesn't really matter. So we are targeting a separate market, even though it's a current market that exists.